Hello, hello, welcome to the garden once again and one more lovely day. It's midsummer and we have so much in bloom just now. I have a lot to talk about, and today I would like to show you this beautiful plant. I know in English it's called rosebay willow herb, and the botanic name is Epilobium angustifolium, and the variety name is star rose. You probably know this plant from the nature. This plant is native to the Danish nature, but it's more red. You can see this is very soft pink, such a beautiful plant. And the thing is that it's a sterile form, so it will never self-seed. This is a problem with the wild form, but it's spreading. If you know the plant, you will know that it spread around, but because I'm planting so dense, it will just spread, what you can say, very gently. And I think this is a lovely sight when you see all these spikes here, and they also attract bees and other insects. There are also still many alliums in the garden. The most planted is Allium aflatonense, purple temptation, but this is gone. You can see I have a seed head here. But there are other varieties. For example, this one. This is Globe Master, and you can see so many flowers. It's also started to have seed heads here. But then we have this one. This is Ambassador, and this is the latest one to flower in the garden. And you can see this plant is also attracting bees. And I would also like to show you this one. This is Allium nigrum, a white form. It's also such a pleasure that Preben, my gardener, have been busy cutting the hedges. See how sharp they are. I just love when the hedges they are just clipped, because they are so great as frames in the garden. But I would also like to show you some roses. This is an old rose, Rose de Rest, and it's so well smelling. It's an antique rose. It's a rose from China, maybe the oldest rose we know, and you need to grow this rose in the garden if you don't have it. I just love to grow roses between perennials, and I will show you a little secret, because this is a standard rose. You can see here, it raised here, and it means that you will have the flowers here, and I think that this color is going so well, for example, with the 9-bark here, Physocarpus nuggets, and as you know, I just love to grow all these plant shrubs with limey foliage. But I have some more roses to show you. This one is a real stunner, a rose from David Austin in England, Munstead wood, such a rich red color and also such a great smell. And you can see there are so many perennials around. For example, this geranium, this is Patricia. I have this geranium, this cranespill, in so many places. It's a quite tall growing geranium, but the good thing is that here all the other plants will support them. Once again, we have Rose de Rest here, as I have shown you for a moment ago. And then this one, this is Rhapsody in blue, such an unusual color. I think you can feel it's a beautiful day, a little bit sun, a little bit wind, but it's quite mild, and you can see the roses, they just love it. We are really longing for water, but the good thing is that when you don't have that much water in the garden, the roses, they will be much nicer. If you have the double roses and you get too much water, they will just rotten. And see here, you can see here, you really can see the hedges, how much they give to the garden. Beautiful frames. There are so many beautiful roses. See, for example, this one. This is Buff Beauty, an apricot rose, also with a wonderful smell. And if you look up, you can see this is Alchemists growing here, and it's also a beautiful rose. I need to say that this rose is just flowering one time per season, but this is the first one to open here in the garden, and I have some more to show you. I have so many favorites when it comes to the roses, and they are so important to my garden. See this? This is aloe, and it's hard to explain the color. It's a little bit between apricot and pink. And we also have the peonies here. This is almost gone, but there are some fresher ones. You can see, I think we have them here. This is Bowl of Beauty, and I prefer the single ones because they are, what you can say, standing on their own legs. You know, if they are too double, they will just fall. But see this is really a wonder of the world. I would like to show you some of the perennials. Maybe you remember that I a few weeks ago have shown you this one. This is Geranium pratense, which is almost gone now, and in a few days time we will just cut it down, and then it will have new foliage. And here we have a Campanula lactiflora Prickard's variety. And there are always plants to take over here. We are also growing many lilies in the garden. They will be in bloom in a few weeks' time. And then, of course, because I like the cottage style, we are also growing hollyhocks, and they are quite tall, and I really like to grow tall plants in the garden. Hydrangeas are also very useful in the borders. I grow so many varieties. This is Wim's Red, and you can probably see when the flowers they open, they are green, then they turn white, and later in the season they will very slowly turn to red, and in the late summer and in the autumn they are very, very dark red. And see this. A moment ago I was talking about the cranebill here, Patricia, and you can see it's really cover the soil here, and it's so airy, and here we have some more lilies. When it comes to tall plants, I would also like to mention this one, a beautiful umbellifer. This is Valeriana officinalis. It goes so well between the roses and the peonies. See this rose? This is Septorate Isle, and there are also so many beautiful peonies in bloom. And then I would like to show you this one. See this form? It's almost like an apple. And if it had been rainy, they will just, as I have said, they will rotten. So I'm so pleased that it's almost very dry. See this? This is Jeff Hamilton, a beautiful rose. And in about some weeks, you will see the Talictrums. I have different varieties, and I can't wait to show you them. This was a little tour in the garden. See the hedges again. Aren't they amazing? And yes, there's so much to look forward to. And I promise that in about a week, I will show you some more parts of the garden. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, goodbye.